On QUTV News This Week, find out how your governing student body can help you get involved in local politics.
One Quincy man is following his higher calling. We'll show you how he's preparing for the next step.
And multiple reports of a gas odor on campus have the university on high alert. Hear more details and reaction from students.
Hello and welcome to QUTV News This Week. I'm Adam Meyer.
And I'm Quincy Feeney. We begin with a breaking news update on Garner Hall. In the past 2 weeks, Quincy University received at least 3 complaints of a smell of gas in Garner Hall.
Freshmen were evacuated Sunday evening after students reported a gas odor. Head of maintenance says the evacuation was just a precaution.
This university looks out for all of our students. I come in on emergencies. I have crews that come in. The university is looking out for the students first. So we will always protect their children, the parents' children's, and make sure that they're safe.
QU released an email informing students they followed standard procedures. The next night, students were interrupted again after another complaint. Safety officials arrived on scene and cleared the residence hall once again. The gas level is not considered dangerous at this time. Garner Hall is an all-freshman female dorm. One of the residents talked to QUTV about her experience.
The first day, it was the most frustrating because by the time I'd gotten back from all the activities we were doing, all the hot water was gone. So then me and a couple of the girls, we went down to the HFC and took showers down there and everything. And then the second time, it was cold, but it wasn't as cold as the first time.
Ashlyn Worley, QUTV News, Quincy.
QU is working on a solution to this problem. If you have concerns or if you smell a gas odor, contact student development and the local authorities.
Your Student Government Association has big plans this semester. Members are focused on overall student satisfaction and participation. SGA held its first official meeting of the year under new leadership. The governing body helps to make QU feel more like home. One senator says he's noticed subtle changes over time.
Now for sure, but I think it's definitely on its way to becoming more and more like a home for these kids, and because it's a long way, it's quite a change from high school to college.
Guest speaker Larry Remler spoke more about the importance of voter registration. Before the upcoming election, SGA senators will help you register to vote on these days and times. You will remember to have September 24th on your calendar to register for campus activities. Now for more information, you can email senators at sga@qu.edu. The regular SGA meeting was canceled Friday, September 7th.
Take you on one man's inspiring journey to priesthood despite recent controversy in the Catholic Church.
And stay tuned to hear recent reactions to the new Nike campaign.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. Easy targets. Quick to kill time. But give idle hands something to do, a place to go, a purpose. And they're capable of amazing things.
A leader in the Catholic Church is under pressure to resign. Cardinal Donald Wuerl is accused of covering up a sex scandal in Pennsylvania. During Sunday morning mass, someone in the church publicly shamed Wuerl. He says the path moving forward begins with the bishops.
In our prayers and our loyalty, our Holy Father Pope Francis. Increasingly, it's clear that he is the object of considerable animosity.
In a letter published last week, Wuerl asked priests to forgive what he called errors in judgment during his time in Pittsburgh.
With the Catholic Church in the spotlight, one former QU student is choosing to see the good in the future of the church and also be a part of it. QUTV reporter Abigail Moore has the story.
An environment like this is where Colin Moore hopes he will end up. Last year, he was a student athlete at Quincy University. Now, he's left to pursue a dream he's been thinking about for a while.
That whole time, I felt like a little piece was missing, and I felt like I was doing something that I wasn't really meant to do. And so I got in contact with some people from the diocese and made the decision to transfer to Marian University and Bishop Simon Brute Seminary.
He began thinking of priesthood a few years ago, but others could see his potential at only 12 years old.
Somebody who knew him in 6th grade wondered back then whether he might be a priest. That it came for this person that long ago.
The moment he knew he wanted to be a priest has never been so clear.
I went to a mass one day. It was a daily mass, and something just clicked, and I guess I just finally realized how beautiful the mass truly is, and I felt like that's something that I want to be a part of for the rest of my life.
Leaving behind his athletic abilities and teammates was difficult for him to do.
I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's pursuing what he wants to do, but it was a little shocking at first.
Colin leaves for Marian University in January of 2019. Abigail Moore, QUTV News, Quincy.
He's expected to spend 8 years at the seminary before he is ordained a priest.
College can be a difficult transition, but imagine starting college with a whole different country. An Israel native calls QU his temporary home away from home.
Playing sports in college is a door opening for international students.
And then I just send my videos to coaches and my resume, and then gave an answer, and here I am. Yeah, it was a long process.
For Noam, this process took 6 years for him to become a college athlete. For coaches, this process is also long and tedious, filling out stacks of paperwork. But for Coach Gavin Mueller, he was more worried about how the players would like the team.
The only thing that's difficult is the on-campus visit. I like to make sure they like the campus and like the team. So what happened was I gave him numbers for the current team, so then he can get to know them and on a personal level. So when he comes here, he's not like a stranger.
International students come to school seeking opportunity both athletically and academically.
Playing in America playing for a U.S. college team will help them get to a professional goal, but I think it's also you get the degree on scholarship, which is always great.
Quincy University has a total of 28 international students representing 9 countries on campus this semester.
Coming up, hear reaction from the White House concerning Nike's newest ad.
And we'll tell you how the aftermath of a tropical storm Gordon could affect your weekend plans. Abigail Moore has more in your forecast next.
An oncologist is a cancer doctor. An MRI is a magnetic resonance imaging. Neuroblastoma is a cancer that mostly affects kids.
Do the kids in your grade know these words?
Probably not.
Why do you?
I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, but I don't have cancer anymore, and so...
Wait a minute, are you cancer-free?
Yeah.
Serving the nation's poor and vulnerable regardless of faith, and advocating on their behalf, we are Catholic Charities.
Tropical storm Gordon made landfall on the East Coast this week. This deadly storm has claimed one child's life. Emergency officials in Florida responded to a call about a tree falling on a mobile home. When crews arrived on the scene, they found this very large oak tree limb on the back of the home. Emergency crews confirmed that they found a child's body trapped underneath the tree. No injuries were further reported.
Joining us now from the Weather Center is QUTV's Abigail Moore.
Thanks, Abby. Thanks for joining us. Now, tell us, will we be needing an umbrella this weekend, or?
Yes, absolutely. It's not going to be as bad as the Tropical Storm Gordon, but you will be needing that for this weekend's conditions. So let's take a look at the forecast. So Tropical Storm Gordon has hit the southeast pretty hard, and it's also affecting the Midwest. As you can see, thunderstorms are coming our way. We're going to take a look at our weekend forecast and our 7-day outlook. Right now, Quincy is cloudy, 74 degrees, and we have an 89% humidity, which is higher than what it has normally been. Wind coming from the east at 8%. But we have now our lowest on this area right here. Chicago, 68 degrees. I would really like to be in Chicago right now because Quincy is at 76 and the remaining areas, St. Louis is at a really high 88 right now. Everywhere else is in the 70s. So you can see how that rain and this tropical storm is affecting our areas right now and the temperatures. Now we're going to take a look at our satellite radar where you can really visually see what's going on here. So you can see in the southeast coming up all the way up, you can see it's in Texas. You can see it's coming all the way to Kansas City. You can see the clouds forming right here. Coming up to the north, Chicago, everywhere in the Midwest is being affected right now. So if tomorrow and Saturday, and it's going to be partly cloudy on Sunday, we'll take a look at that here in just a bit. Our current temperatures, 85 degrees in St. Louis, Kansas City, 73, Des Moines, 72, Chicago, we have 68 like we talked about earlier. Really nice temperatures, but you can see how all these temperatures are being affected by the storm that we have been hit by in the south. Our 24-hour temperature change, St. Louis went down 7, Chicago went down 22, Des Moines went up 2. You can see over here in the west how it's been affected as well, except it went up. Denver went up 3, Rapid City went up 8, and Billings went up 9. So that's really nice for our temperature change here. And up next we have our 3-day forecast. 76 degrees today, or around the 70s, 74, 76, cloudy, like we said. There was supposed to be rain today, so there's a small chance of that. Thunderstorms Friday and Saturday. It's supposed to be 100% on Friday and 90% on Saturday. So if you are a student athlete looking to be traveling this weekend or looking forward to something like that, you might be indoors, or if you had some plans. Friday's high, 70, Saturday's high, 68, so that's around the same area. We're looking at 61 and 57 for the lows. Our 7-day forecast here, Sunday, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. It says different on the monitor, but you know what? It's going to be hopefully not raining, partly cloudy skies. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm really looking forward to those days because it is clear skies, shows no sign of clouds, rain, or any kind of huge change. So we're really going to be looking forward to that. And no rain.
Thank you. After the break, we'll tell you why one Colorado store is stopping sales on a popular brand.
And find out what slang words you may be hearing a lot more often.
Isn't a building. It isn't an arena or field. It isn't a classroom. It's a friendship. It's the bonds you form. It's an opportunity. It's the experience. It's a Q thing. Schedule your visit today.
Nearly 3 million Americans served in Vietnam, and more than 58,000 have their names inscribed on the wall, those that paid the ultimate price in service to America. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, the organization that built the wall, works to ensure the legacies of those who sacrificed all for our country are never forgotten. I'm asking you to help keep the promise the wall was built on. Never forget. Visit vvmf.org to find out how you can get involved.
Every year, 30,000 elephants are killed by poachers. 8 million tons of plastic is dumped into the ocean, and 18 million acres of forest disappear. And with them, many of the remarkable animals that share our planet. These animals need our help. Their very survival depends on our ability to protect them. Zoos and aquariums are in the front lines of wildlife conservation and inspire environmental stewardship amongst the millions of families that visit every year. And know that zoos and aquariums that have earned the Humane Certified Seal of Approval from American Humane will not give up until every species has a fighting chance for survival. Find out more and help protect and preserve the amazing creatures that share our world.
All the wet weather this weekend really put a damper on local sports.
But nationally, things are just heating up.
That's right, Quincy. The NFL kicks off a season opener tonight, and people are zoned in. Nike is suffering some public backlash this week. This comes after its new ad reveal featuring Colin Kaepernick as the face of the iconic Just Do It campaign. Nike selected the former San Francisco 49ers quarterback, who shared this photo on Twitter. In August 2016, Kaepernick started the controversial movement of kneeling during the national anthem. Nike stock dropped Tuesday as people turned to Twitter to boycott. Some customers are promising to stick by the company. Others have shared photos online of them destroying their Nike gear in protest. Despite Tuesday's stock drop, Nike is showing strong sales and earnings this year. The new Nike ad has a lot of people fired up on both sides. A sports store in Colorado is taking a stand against Kaepernick and Nike. Stephen Martin owns Primetime Sports in Colorado Springs. He is in the process of removing all Nike gear from his store and his own wardrobe, and it's a move that comes from the heart. Martin's father-in-law was a POW. The stories that veteran told him inspired his decision.
The hardest part for me was watching his fellow soldiers get beat up and killed in front of him, and he couldn't defend them because it would have cost him his life. I heard that. So, Colin, you don't know what sacrifice is. You just don't know what it is, in my opinion.
The store owner says he's actually in a weird spot. He needs people who actually want to support him, support Nike, and buy him out.
Thanks, Shane. Stay tuned to hear what words are now officially part of our language.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Future is looking pretty good because there's still time to get the affordable quality education you really want at Quincy University. Choose from more than 40 different majors, and 8% of our students get financial aid. Plus, great academic scholarships are available. Apply online for free at quincy.edu.
Or call me. It's not too late to get an affordable, quality education close to home.
Come explore Quincy University.
Every year, tens of thousands of young people experience homelessness. needs help, 1-800-RUNAWAY can provide support and connect you to the right resources. Together, we can end youth homelessness.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude nos ha dado todo. Nos está dando la salud de nuestra princesa. Y sin pagar nada.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus, and so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
Next time someone tries to tell you hangry isn't a word during a game of Scrabble, well, you can tell them to check the dictionary. Merriam-Webster.com just added 840 new words and definitions to adapt to the ever-evolving English vocabulary. Science and technology advancements led to additions of the words like fintech and biohacking, and GOAT, the abbreviation for the greatest of all time, also made it on the list. While some have an issue with guac and zoodles, others think it's adorbs. Either way, all three are officially words.
Well, guys, I'm feeling pretty hangry right now.
Shane, I think you'll be okay because being here right now is the GOAT.
Oh, okay, Abigail. Thank you for joining us for QUTV News This Week. For Abigail and Shane, I'm Quincy Feeney. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and Facebook to stay up to date.
And I'm Adam Meyer. Join us next week, Thursday, to find out how to register to vote without leaving campus. Have a great day.